Good afternoon, everyone. Gonna do a driving review today, or not review, blog. You might ask yourselves, well, why am I doing that? It's because the topic. Figured it would be appropriate if I talked about it in the car. And the topic that I'm going to be talking about is the topic of an Itasha. Some of which I've started seeing a little bit more nowadays. And something which I used to have on my Integra before I got my Mustang. So what is an Itasha? Where did it come from? And basically like what my opinion is, and at the end a like hypothetical, like should I do my Mustang in one, and the choices that I have. Now again, it's purely hypothetical, and so nothing, you know, would come of it or could come of it. I mean, but then again, you never know. But it's a hypothetical. What if? And it's a pretty big if, and I'll get into all that why too. Anyway, so first question is, what is an Itasha? An Itasha is a car basically that is covered in your favorite like anime character. So that's basically the simple way of putting it. What an Itasha is. Car covered in your favorite anime character. Where did it come from? That's also a pretty simple question. It originated in Japan, where lots of that kind of stuff comes from. So that brings me to kind of a longer topic, which is what is my personal thoughts on it, and what is my personal like opinion on an Itasha. And my personal thoughts and opinion on an Itasha are that they are a great way to make your car yours, and make it completely 100% unique. Much like a custom paint job can do, a paint job that nobody else has, or that very few people might have, and that no two are going to be alike. Even if you do run into someone with that kind of similar paint job, no two are going to be really alike. So with that being said, you know, you might be like, well, you know, my car is my car, and you know, I have things done to it, stuff like that make it my car and differentiate it from, you know, the others. Yeah, that's true. You know, you can do things to your car that might differentiate it between like 70% of the vehicles out there, though, only. Example, I don't know, maybe 2-3 months ago, I was driving on the street and I had another Mustang right next to me with the exact same exhaust that I had on mine, Roush Axleback exhaust. So, you know, just because you've got a car that's modified or whatever doesn't really make it unique or make it, you know, completely different than any of the other vehicles out there of your model. There's lots of them out there. Same thing, you know, I've got a Roush cold air intake in mine. You know, I guarantee you somewhere out there there's another Mustang with a Roush cold air intake in it. Black stripes on the hood cowl to define it better. I've seen Mustangs with that. The hash mark, anyway, it goes on and on. So I don't think that just modifying your car by itself makes it unique and makes it wholly yours. I think the only way to, if you really want your car to be yours and not like anyone else's, it's to either get a custom paint job that would completely be different than anything out there right now, or B, you can do an Itasha or some other kind of design. Even if you don't like anime, you can still, you know, if you want to do a certain vinyl wrap on your car or whatever. Those are really the only ways, in my opinion. If you guys know of other ways, then let me know. But those are really the only ways I can think of that would differentiate, that would make your car different, completely 100% different than anybody else's out there. So that's my opinion on it. And I used to have one, and it was pretty cool. I thought it was cool. It was unique, definitely. It had people who liked it, even if they didn't like anime or whatever. It's still unique enough to where people liked what it was and what the design was. So, you know, you don't have to like it to like anime to like the uniqueness of the vehicle. You know, I pulled up to several red lights. People were looking at it, and they told me it looked nice. You know, things like that. So that was pretty cool. Even people at my work at the time, they said it was different, and they thought it looked pretty cool. Would they have done it? Probably not. But, you know, not everybody is going to hate. Yeah, you are going to get those people out there who are going to hate and stuff, and hopefully that their hatred is just kept to an opinion of it. Either, you know, whatever, if they want to be verbal about it, doesn't matter, who cares, don't let it get to you. But hopefully it doesn't come physically. What I mean by physically is, hopefully they leave your car alone. Hopefully they don't, you know, decide to get a Sharpie out and doodle on your car or something like that. Or like with mine, what happened to mine was someone rammed into it with a shopping cart while I was working. So, you know, hopefully it doesn't come into, you know, something like that. You know, because that's also my reservations about doing it again. I have insurance, yes, and I, you know, have a $500 deductible for it would be considered collision at that point, even though it wouldn't raise my insurance because it would be something like that. Or no, that would be comprehensive, I'm sorry. I believe. I don't know, I'm not an insurance guy. But anyways, I have 0 deductible on comprehensive and 500 on collision, but that does not mean that I want my car in the shop all the time and I want to be without it all the time. And not to mention, if one of the decals got ruined, I'd have to then reorder that decal and pay someone to put it back on, because I don't think insurance would cover that, but I'm not sure yet again. I'm not an insurance agent. So yeah, it's not something I really want to do at the moment, but you know, I don't know, things happen, so you never know. Which brings me into hypothetically, if I were to do what I want to do, what should I do out of the choices that I give? You know, obviously it would be my car and stuff like that, so it has to be stuff that I want to see. So the choices would be 2B and A2 on the same car, Yamato and Iowa, or Bismarck and Prince Eugene, or Joan of Arc Alter and Sabre Alter, or either one of them by themselves. They can be together or by themselves, or Rin Tosaka from Fate Stay Night as well. So anyway, those are my choices that I've come up with so far. Oh, or the Abyssal Fleet. I can do probably, I was thinking Woe class or Ta class from the Abyssal Fleet. If you don't know who they are, you can look them up. Or even the the Airfield Defense Princess, I think. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But anyways, if I can find a picture of her, I'll put her in. But the rest of them, you can kind of, you know, if you know who they are or whatever, or, you know, do Google or something. But anyways, yep, those are my choices. So let me know what you think, if I should hypothetically do it. Who should I do it on? Please no third-party choices or anything. Just if you're gonna vote, pick from who I've listed. But anyways, so that is it for this video. Hope you all kind of enjoyed the talk about Itashas. And, you know, if you choose to do one, send a picture of it or whatever. I think that'd be pretty cool. Anyways, have a good rest of your day,